Hi, I'm Alevere Nick. I normally do my video updates week on week when I'm on the Alevere program, but I'm also doing this little offshoot about living with Alevere, and for this I'm going to show you, I think I've shown this in a previous video, how to make, or how I would make, the smoked bacon omelettes. Now they do a cheese omelette which works in exactly the same way. Now there's lots of ways you can prepare this. You can prepare it as an omelette, but what I'm going to show you is the way I have it, which is more like a scrambled egg. I find it a much nicer way of eating it, and also it's a lot easier. I find the moment you start to brown this stuff, it becomes tough, whereas if you have it almost like served more of a wet scrambled egg, it's soft, it's more flavoursome. Well, and I'll just show you how I do it. First of all, and this is the same with all of the Alevere sachets in my experience, and I am not a chef, is always cook on a very low heat. Do not bake this stuff. Second tip, use fry light. You are allowed a teaspoon of olive oil every day. This is extra virgin olive oil cooking spray, and 5 sprays is more than enough to make the omelette that I'm going to show you. So the first thing I do is get it heated up, put those aside for a second, and I slice a single chestnut mushroom into slithers and begin to fry that off. One sec. So it looks like a lot, but these reduce quite a lot. You might well, I mean, I am not the chef in our family. Normally, I'll be honest, it's normally my wife. But not on Alevere. It's down to me on Alevere. She's looking after the kids. Here we go. So while that's going, we have two options here. We can make it using the 2 egg white allowance that you have every day on the plan, which I do nearly every day, or you can make it as a standard sachet. For this, let's make it with the egg whites so you can see how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to use a measuring jug. Already in there, I've got exactly 110 millilitres of water. It's the same with the cheese omelette, that's exactly what you need. You can buy from the supermarkets now egg whites in bottles, and obviously there are measures on the side so you make sure you're not having too much. I know it's available in Waitrose, but I've never ever been able to find it in stock personally, so I just do it the old-fashioned way. You can end up with lots of egg yolks as a result, but if there's someone in your family that likes custard and that's someone that's willing to make it, I certainly wouldn't be willing to make custard for other people when I'm following this plan, then those egg yolks can get used. If not, sadly, yeah, they either go in the cat's dinner or they go in the bin. I'll put them just there for the second. Right, okay. Actually, I was going to show you to do it. You can very easily do it with this little whisk, which is what I would normally do, but this is how I do it now. And you really can do it either way, it's just I'm being lazy and this is quick. So I'm putting my water and egg whites into there, and I'm just going to add that smoked bacon sachet directly in. Which is all good. Put the lid back on. Mushrooms are just starting to go, you can hear them going now. So they might be ready for a quick flip. Let's have a look. Yeah, they don't need to go too far. And this really is on not the very minimum heat, I would say kind of 20% into the heat setting on this hob. So while they're going, I'm now going to take this over to this bad boy. And I let that run for quite a long time to make sure it throws it right to the top of the jug and gets everything. I'll let that settle for a bit just while these go off. Bit of black pepper is always good. There we go. Now you could add the black pepper, I suppose, before you mixed it, but I tend to add it as you fold the ingredients in the pan. The other good thing to remember is you can add your Arbonne Digestion Plus if you take that into this as well. There you go, throw that in. Now this makes a pretty tasty breakfast. It's a really good way to start the day. God, it never looks like this on TV. I've got mess everywhere. It never looks like this when Delia does it, does it? Or Jamie. I suppose he's a bit messier. Right, so now it's just a waiting game. We're just going to wait for that, couple of minutes. This is normally when I have a coffee. In fact, in that tradition, I'll get that going. There we go. As if by magic, it's clean. We just did a quick cut there because it's pretty boring just watching this happen. Now, okay, so you can start to see now, if you're coming a bit closer, that you're already starting to get this little bit of browning. I don't know if I can fold it and show you. Can you see there? So even at this very low heat, it's forming a skin right on the bottom of the pan. You do not want that skin. Work above the skin. And at this point, you can smell that smoky bacon flavour as well. It smells like smoky bacon crisps, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, that I didn't really want. If you do end up picking up a bit of the skin that forms at the bottom, just chop it up. Doesn't take long. This whole process, making one of these, takes about 5 minutes, and you can start to see now this is starting to look like scrambled egg. Now you can reform it into an omelette at this point, no problem at all. I've forgotten about my coffee. There we go. This is when I'd introduce a little bit of black pepper. And I don't know what this looks like on camera, but I promise you it smells good. It doesn't smell like a medical weight loss program sachet. That's probably because there's a little bit of olive oil in there, there's the egg whites in there, and the mushrooms. And that, I wouldn't go any further than that, is ready. Let me just grab a plate. Whoa, not making a great job of this presentation. So there you go. Serve that with a freshly ground coffee. And that is a pretty good way to start your day on Alevere. So as I say, if you like omelettes, sure, make it like an omelette. But for me, this is the winner.